What is cross-dating and archaeological relative dating? Imagine piecing together a giant puzzle where some pieces are missing, but you can still figure out where they fit based on the shapes and patterns of the pieces you do have. That's kind of how archaeologists use cross-dating to understand the past. It's a way to figure out how old artifacts or sites are, without knowing the exact year they were made. Instead, it helps establish a sequence of events or ages relative to each other. The main idea behind cross-dating is simple. If you find a certain type of artifact in a site that has no specific date, and that same artifact appears in another site with a known date, you can say the undated site is roughly from the same time or later. For example, if you find a specific style of pottery in an excavation, and that pottery is known to have been used during a certain period from other sites, you can assign that period to your new find. This way, you build a timeline based on similarities between artifacts. How does this work in practice? Well, archaeologists look at the shapes, styles, and manufacturing techniques of artifacts. Certain types of tools, jewelry, or ceramics evolved over time in recognizable ways. When they find these artifacts in different locations, they compare them. If a particular artifact type appears in multiple sites, and some of those sites are already dated, then the undated sites can be placed in the same or later periods. Another way cross-dating works is through objects with known dates, like coins or buildings with documented construction periods. If a coin from a specific ruler's reign is found with other artifacts, it helps date the entire context. When artifacts from different cultures are found together, it can also suggest they were used at the same time, helping to establish a relative chronology across regions. It's important to remember that cross-dating doesn't give you exact years. Instead, it creates a sequence of events or artifacts. But when combined with other dating methods, like radiocarbon dating, it can help refine the timeline even more. For example, if cross-dating shows that a certain pottery style is from the same time as a piece of wood that radiocarbon dating confirms is 500 years old, then you can confidently assign that date to the pottery. Historically, before the development of precise dating techniques, cross-dating was a key method for building archaeological chronologies. It helped archaeologists understand how cultures changed and interacted over time. However, it has limitations. Sometimes artifacts evolve or spread faster or slower than expected, which can lead to inaccuracies. That's why combining cross-dating with other methods is always the best approach. In archaeology, cross-dating acts as a bridge between relative methods like stratigraphy, which looks at layers of Earth, and absolute methods like radiocarbon dating, which give specific years. It helps connect different sites and regions into a bigger picture of human history. When archaeologists find artifact patterns that repeat across multiple locations, they can use those patterns to estimate the age of new discoveries. So, in simple terms, cross-dating is like using known landmarks to navigate an unfamiliar city. It's a way to piece together the story of the past by matching clues from different places, helping us understand how ancient peoples lived, traded, and changed over time.